Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that 40-ish and under dollar range. And most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. Found this one at my local Burlington. And I'm talking about Royalty by Maluna. This is their Onyx edition. I think this is a super clean looking bottle. There's a little bit of detailing there on the Atomizer cap, their little logo there. This is what the box looks like, just so you guys know if you see it in the wild. Black and copper, pretty looking. Like I said, it's a 2.5 ounce 75 ml bottle. Atomizer itself, well, the cap is like a heavy plastic, and the Atomizer squirts out next to nothing. Fine mist, but not anything good I can say other than that. It doesn't squirt out much juice. So when you spray this thing, it's going to open up with a sweet, spicy, powdery, cinnamon kind of an opening with subtle nuances of pear in this thing. It's Oriental and cinnamon forward. Immediately, you are going to be reminded of 1 million Privé, like dead ringer. Straight from the opening. It's 1 million Privé through and through. And then it starts to take on a slightly dusty edge in the dry down. About 15 minutes later, the vanilla becomes a little bit more distinct, and it starts to get more of a hearty, like a woody hardiness going on, like from the cedar, and a touch of cream in the dry down. So it stays true pretty much from the beginning to the end. There's not a whole lot that changes, not a whole lot. It's just that some of the things like the vanilla becomes a more clear vanilla. At first, it's just sweet and powdery and cinnamony, coming from like, you got like cardamom, you got plum, you got vanilla, there's like other things that are creating the sweetness. But when it starts to dry down, you actually can decipher that it is vanilla that you're getting the majority of the sweetness. The heart of plum is there, but it's not like some kind of distinct plum note. I think it's just playing in a little bit of like the fruitiness of, like there's a small touch of like a fruity sweetness going on here. Bergamot, I don't really get a whole lot of the bergamot. It must be there because, I mean, sources agree that there's bergamot in this thing. I don't really get a whole lot of it. I think that it's just kind of helping some of the notes kind of bring them to life more than anything else, rather than being like how 1 million you can detect like the mint and like mandarin that's in it, while being like a sweet cinnamon Oriental like the original 1 million. But the Privé, you don't get like any of that distinct bergamot or nothing like that. This is just Oriental sweet cinnamon spicy forward type thing. It's a really like alluring, sexy kind of a fragrance. The performance and the longevity on this one is not all that good, but it's not all that bad. Like Privé, I think I haven't ever like given that thing any kind of full wearings, but I'm sure that it is at least as good as the original, which is pretty loud and pretty long lasting. And this one is like subtle compared to those. The projection is right at average, and the longevity is right at average. You're hitting right at that 5-hour mark, which ain't bad, especially for a fragrance that's like a quarter of the price of Privé, while smelling almost identical to it, especially in the air. This is borderline carbon copy. It's really good. I can't say it enough. It's a really good copy of 1 million Privé. So it's youthful. It's a night out kind of a fragrance. It's a date night fragrance. If it was louder, it'd be a good clubbing fragrance. It's playful. It's sexy. It's warm. It's good for the cooler weather. It's good for sitting around a fireplace, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, leaves changing color, that kind of a thing. Overall, the rating I'll give this one is an 8. I think it's that good. When I smelled this thing, I was excited. I was blown away. I kind of can't wait for the cooler days. I'm wearing this thing out of the shower. I'm wearing it when I can. I almost wore it last night. You know, when I went bowling, and I almost wore it last night, but I didn't. I decided not to, and something more appropriate for the high heat. But man, this thing is, in my eyes, a gem. It's spectacular. And you know me, it's hard to get an 8 out of 10. And this one, I believe, even though it's only a 5-hour fragrance, I think the scent profile is that good on this thing. It is that good. It's that pleasing. It's designer, kind of like mass pleasing. Basically, if you like sweet fragrances, which a lot of guys do, especially these like 1 million style things, then this is a safe blind buy. Especially for the price, like $25. It's a safe blind buy. It's easy to please. It's a compliment, a magnet, guaranteed. If people smell you, if you wear this thing for like a week straight, you're more than likely going to get compliments. If you go through this whole bottle, you're guaranteed to get compliments, unless you're wearing it by yourself in your house alone all the time or something. But yeah, cool weather, sweet, Oriental, cinnamon, vanilla, powdery, starts to take on that cream, a little bit of a creaminess, woody edge, just a lovely date night fragrance overall. So if you see Royalty by Maluna and you're looking for an Oriental fragrance, or is this like a good beginner's Oriental, because it's not offensive, the spices aren't challenging, it's not like heavy on the clove or nothing like that. It's like easy, soft, subtle spices with that sweetness and cinnamon, just making it so cozy and like almost like a security blanket in the cool weather type of a thing. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Youthful, nothing serious about it. Playful, cozy, warming, pleasing, amazing smelling fragrance. So that's my final thoughts on Royalty by Maluna Onyx Edition. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.